She says Biden really wants me to attack Taiwan. You heard it right, folks. This is what Xi Jinping is hinting at in his latest statement about Taiwan. According to a bombshell report by the Financial Times on June 16th, Xi Jinping declared that the U.S. wants China to attack Taiwan. Insiders say that back in April 2023, Xi had a rather interesting chat with European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen, where he claimed that Washington is trying to provoke Beijing into attacking Taiwan. But Xi, being the shrewd politician he is, asserted that he won't be fooled. Ha ha! You think you're smart, but I'm not falling for it. So, what's in it for the U.S. if China attacks Taiwan? First, picture American battleships and fighter jets making their grand entrance in Asia. The U.S. would have a solid reason to ramp up its military presence there, not just to protect Taiwan, but also to control key maritime routes. This would make allies like Japan, South Korea, Australia, and ASEAN nations cheer because Uncle Sam is helping curb China's expansion. Second, think about all those American arms manufacturers rubbing their hands in glee. Just like with Ukraine, selling weapons and military tech to Taiwan and other regional allies would boost the U.S. defense industry, creating tons of jobs and economic benefits for Americans. Third, if China's economy takes a hit from the war, guess who stands to gain? You got it, the U.S. With their biggest rival weakened, America and its allies could enhance their own economic positions. U.S. companies might use this opportunity to rework their supply chains, reducing reliance on China. Finally, an attack on Taiwan would rally a broad coalition against China, led by the U.S. This situation would allow America to strengthen diplomatic and economic ties globally, reinforcing its leadership role. Talk about a power move that everyone would notice. But hold up, it's not that simple. A full-scale war in the Taiwan Strait would be catastrophic for humanity. Global trade would nosedive or even halt, undoing decades of globalization efforts. Stock markets would crash hard. The aftermath would thrust civilization back into Cold War days, or even worse, causing countless casualties. Not exactly a pretty picture, right? The Biden administration has been working hard to avoid war and miscalculations. They've kept dialogue channels open with China and sought to resolve disputes through diplomacy. The U.S. has repeatedly stated it doesn't want to change the status quo in the Taiwan Strait, but simply aims to maintain peace and stability in the region. So, what's Xi thinking? Xi Jinping's claim that the U.S. wants China to attack Taiwan could be a strategic move to stir international waters and solidify his position at home. By blaming the U.S. for the tensions in the Taiwan Strait, Xi can justify increasing control and consolidating power within China. This also helps rally public support, stoking nationalism and patriotism to stabilize the political landscape. Moreover, by suggesting that the U.S. is the provocateur, Xi sends a message to the international community that China is the victim of oppression and threats. This could garner sympathy from other countries and create a diplomatic front against U.S. interference. However, in terms of strategy and economics, the U.S. has no real motive to spark a large-scale war with China. Such a conflict would bring severe consequences not only for China, but for the U.S. and the entire world. Global trade would be disrupted. Critical supply chains would collapse, causing a global economic crisis. Stock markets would plummet, leading to massive losses for investors and the U.S. economy. So, while Xi might want to use this strategy to create confusion and strengthen his domestic position, the U.S. has no strategic or economic incentive to incite a major war with China. U.S. actions and policies indicate a clear preference for avoiding conflict and seeking peaceful solutions to international issues.